It is 7 o'clock, so we can rock. All right. Howdy, everyone, and welcome to Wild Wild Weiss, the community podcast for Calgary Weiss Schwartz, or I guess at this point, the community stream. I'm today's host, Igor Squatslov. With me today on stream again is Platplat. Platplat here is going to run us through a deck he's been crafting after the English ban list hit and took away a deck that's near and dear to our hearts, 8 Standby Data Live. We'll run you through the general idea of the deck and then do a few play tests. Chat is open if you want to pipe in on the deck. Do you like it, don't like it, or give us some tuning ideas. So, without further ado, take her away, Plat Plat. What are we trying to do?
Hello. What are we trying to do? We are trying to play Time Machines in 2022.
I love it.
I think looking at this card that we'll present, it's on a bar, so it's easily loopable, and we do like that. We're not generating hand advantage in the traditional way of the game, but we will ideally be looping this card every turn so it never dies.
Nice.
So what we got here is a 5k base 1/0. Probably hard to see, but we'll read the card. Don't worry. 5k 1/0. At the beginning of my encore step, if the gold bar is in my climax area, I can put this card into memory, and then at the beginning of my next draw phase, I choose this card that was just sent to memory and put it back on the stage in any open position, and then this card gets 3,500 additional power, so it becomes an 8,500 the turn after.
Okay.
So that's pretty snazzy. We do like that. That beats over the 7/5s that we're looking for. Here's the combo piece. So that's an additional 1k. It's a 9/5 by itself. That's pretty snazzy. We do like that. So that should either that'll beat over 1/1 walls or force them to use a 2k counter, unless they have any other shenanigans.
How does it deal with 2Ks? Sorry, 2/2 walls.
2/2 walls? Well, we do have this fun little card here. So it's a 1/1, 500 power only. At the beginning of your climax phase, choose one of your characters and give it 3,000 power until the end of the turn. So for free ability, that's pretty handsome. We do like that.
Yep.
Simple math, that's 11,500. So, that can crack 2k 2/2s unless they have a 2k backup typically. But still, doing that on a level 1, that's costing you nothing other than the initial hand investment and then also the 1 stock. Pretty handsome. We do
Very
like that.
handsome.
Second effect here is you can discard a basic realizer from your hand and rest this to choose one of the following 2 effects and perform it. Either look at the top 2 cards of your deck, add 1 to hand, and discard the other, or probably the effect that you would rather use, although neither of these effects we're really using. Choose one of your opponent's level 3 or lower characters, and that character cannot stand during the opponent's next stand phase. So traditionally, this effect isn't super good or relevant, but right now with standby running around, if you get this down pretty early, you can just pluck off one of their 2/2s or 3/2, anything. Yep. So usually this wasn't a relevant effect, but with standby, that's much more relevant. So then this is the card that we discard. 3/3 basic realizer. It's an event card. Perform the following action 3 times. Choose one of your characters, and that character gets the following ability until the end of turn. Continuous. The character facing this card gets -1 soul, and then this goes to memory. So this lets you ditch out this brick that's in your hand early, if you would like to. Along with many other ways in this deck, we have a ton of ditch outs just simply because we're playing bars.
Yep.
So then this also just lets you play defensively at the top end. I really enjoy just sitting back and healing and doing stuff like that. So that's kind of the goal of this deck, which is highlighted by the next combo, 3/2. It's 9/5 base, and it early plays if you have 2 or fewer climaxes in your waiting room. It gets -1 level. So when this is on stage, when the climax is placed in the climax area, if this is in your front row and you have 4 more other characters, this card can side attack without its soul decreasing.
Ooh, nice.
And it also gets the following ability until end of the opponent's next turn. The character facing this gets -2 soul. So when you're at level 3, you can stack these so that you can go like -3 and then -2 somewhere else. It's
Yeah.
pretty efficient. Soften 5. You'll still take some damage on that, but much less, ideally. Or stack all 5. I don't know. Maybe they're playing 2 souls. But, other effect is at the beginning of the opponent's attack phase, you can discard a card from your hand. So anything, get rid of these climaxes, get rid of your events, get rid of level zeros that you don't need. And then, if you do that, choose this card and one of your other characters and exchange them as standing, and then this card gets an additional 2k until end of turn. So it
So
becomes an 11-5. So,
it's the level 1
uh,
Yoshino, but stronger.
yeah, pretty much.
Sick.
We're mostly there for the early play and the soul damping wall. I want to try this out. I've been looking at this for a long time. I know when the set came out in Japan, standby lists were playing this, I believe, without the combo, simply just because of the ditch and rearrange that was happening a lot earlier than the 1-1 was being included in the deck.
Yeah.
They didn't like it. I think it's fair. It's a little clunky, and the 1-1 just gets your job done better, but we don't have that option anymore. So
Right.
those are the main parts of the deck. We'll leave the rest as the secret sauce for later. But
Ooh, I do like Secret Sauce. And on my end, we're playing a modern take on Kimono Friends. So I'll leave my secret sauces for the battle as well. So, do you want to get her going?
yeah, let's go for it.
Yeah, so I'm actually really excited to see what you've got here because even if it's not like very good, it looks
Yeah.
very spicy.
It's spicy. It's certainly counts as being 50 cards in the deck.
Okay. So you wouldn't take this to a tournament is what you're saying.
I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see.
But I think it's certainly an alternative deck.
Yeah.
If you already have the cards from the other deck, you don't really need to go and buy out anything crazy, especially if you just bought play sets. You'll have these cards.
Yeah. And Dark Gamer, I agree. I am really excited to see what this does too.
Do you plan on rotating the cameras or facing each other?
No. I've done enough futzing on screen as they are. They're
Okay.
everything's face up. That's the most we can ask at this point.
Sure.
Next
We
stream,
can,
I'll fix it.
I'll help you fix that one.
Yeah. Yeah, it wouldn't be a Wild Wild Weiss stream without Tim overlooking something obvious.
Yeah. All right.
At least this time it was fixed in less than a minute.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, I'm feeling like that's sufficiently
Cool.
randomized. Would you like evens or odds? I don't have my cards on me right now.
I'll take evens.
All right, that is a 5. I will be going first.
Cool. 4.
Discard these 2 cards.
I will pitch 3.
Excellent. All right, we'll draw for turn. Clock draw 2.
Oh.
We'll start off by playing Katori. Attack. Direct for 2.
For 2. 1, 2 cancels.
Sounds good.
Draw for
Go
turn.
ahead.
We're gonna clock Always Curious Serval for 2. And we're gonna play African Orcs, and Arabian Orcs, and I'm gonna look at the top card of my deck, and I'm going to pitch it.
Sure.
And Katori is just 1/5.
1/5. It's the one that when it goes to waiting room, I can discard to look it up to 4 for a level 1 or higher card.
Okay. I'm just gonna direct attack here.
Sure.
For 2.
Cool stick.
And it's your go.
Stand draw. That's the coin flip, right?
Yeah, it's a coin flip on death.
Alright. We'll pay 1. Clock a character for my waiting room to the bottom of my clock and go search for a level 1 or lower. Find the 1/1. Okay, we'll attack. Give 1k here for 3.
3. 1, 2, 3 cancels.
Sure. Front 3k for 2.
2. 1. 2 is good. On reverse check top. It is level 2. It returns to hand.
Nice. All right, go ahead.
We like that.
You like that.
Of course. Okay. Draw. Walk red. Draw 2.
Yep.
We're gonna play. We're gonna play down. Watches over others. And when I do that, I can pay 1, ditch 1, search my deck for a friend's character, reveal it.
Man, so like it's the current year and I'm still baffled by the choice to have 2 Jaguar cards that do very similar things with almost identical art.
Have you seen Kimono Friends?
I mean, yes, I've played the deck. I just remember simply making the decision to cut the trial deck one that grabs your clock only because it was too similar looking and I couldn't remember which one was which.
7. Okay, we got 7 in hand.
Yeah.
And I'm going to... Okay. And when I played Kaban from hand, Jaguar gains 1,000 for the turn.
He sure does.
And we're going to front for 1 damage.
Yep.
Kaban crashes. Salvage. I'm going to grab Boss.
Boss is good.
And that was for 1.
Yep.
Cool. And then I'm going to pay 1, block myself, send Kaban to memory, and search for a character. I'm going to take Brainstorm Kaban.
Sure.
And once I'm done shuffling, I'll go to end phase because I'll be overhand.
Oh, plus in 2 hard, huh?
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9 cards in hand. Pitch 1, pitch 2. And it's your go.
Card will die, stand draw. So yours is just 2k right now, yeah?
Yep. It's base and it's in center.
Sure. We will elect not to clock. I'll play this one. This is the Climax Swapper. I'm not going to use it, no.
Okay.
Direct, give 1k here for turn for 2.
2. Cancels.
Alright, front 3-5. Gold bar, blind stock.
1 is good.
For 1.
And reverse.
And then I'm overhand because I'm plussing too hard.
Dang. We're just 2 good players.
I think that might be the problem, yeah. We'll discard Freezing Earth.
Okay, cool. Draw for turn. And I'm gonna clock helping out Kaban.
Mhm.
I'm going to level red. Put the rest of these in the waiting room. Draw 2.
Sure.
And then we've got 2. Second wreck.
Yep.
Leave it. Actually, no, we'll get rid of it. And we're gonna play in the middle of the desert Kaban, which is plus 500 all friends characters and a brainstorm.
Oh, I also never replied. The Wild Wild Weiss logo mat is pretty sick too, TBH. Thank you. Or by the way, thank you. Yeah,
it
we
is.
had a few of these set up. I used to have 2, but one of them's been gifted off to a very large fan.
I should actually just upload that photo from last summer. And we're gonna play Serious Battle, which is my standby trigger. And here's Alpaca.
Alpaca's good.
Okay. We're gonna direct attack with Arabian Orcs, which allows me to then give these 2 characters plus 1,000 because they gain 1,000 up to twice. Direct attack for 2. We're gonna front.
Hold on, buddy. I got a level.
No, no, no.
I mean, I'm fine with not leveling. Yeah, could just hit it with that. All right, carry on.
Yeah, so I'm actually very happy with the field I have right now. Front for 1.
One sticks.
And we will front for 1.
One sticks.
Okay. And it's your go.
Let's see. This one definitely dies. This one, when we send it, I'll discard that to look it up to 4. And probably get pranked. Okay, well, there we go. We'll add a level 3.
Okay.
Ooh, dropping cards everywhere. Alright, draw. Clock drops you. Okay, we'll pay 1. Play my 1/1 out. Play down a brainstorm. Pay 1 rest 2. Activate. Well, absolutely, we're getting pranked huge today. Alright. Powers?
Powers. Everything is plus 500, so 5,000, 5,000, 2,000.
And they get plus 1,000 each time a friend attacks, right?
That is correct. Up to twice.
Sure.
Hey, that matters in this deck.
No, it does.
Yo, is it time for Time Machine in this year of our Lord 2022?
It absolutely is.
Oh, I am here.
So we'll give plus 3k here at the start of my climax. And then play a climax and bounce to give an additional 1,000 here. And then we'll start some swings. Front. For 1, 2.
1. 2 is good. On reverse. Check top. It is level 0. It does not rest.
Epic. Front. For 3.
3. 1, 2 cancels. On reverse. Check top. It is level 0. It does not rest.
Cards in hand.
4.
4. Yeah, at the beginning of my encore phase to. Yeah, that's fine. We will send the one that got 3. Send the one that does not have the cross turn monkey to memory.
Perfect.
And pass.
Okay. Draw for turn. Walk the 2/2. Draw 2.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna play 1, 2.
Yeah.
Wait, no. We're gonna be.
I don't think so.
How many cards left in deck?
Quite a large amount. I think we have 10.
10.
10 exactly. Not too good.
Okay. We're gonna tap Alpaca.
Yep.
And we're going to put on into stock. Gonna play that. Pitch this serval. Both players refresh.
Sure.
And I have enough stock, so it actually enough cards in clock so it can attack.
Good.
Yeah, I was playing against one of the newer players in Calgary, and I didn't have the cards in clock to attack with it. And they were legitimately surprised that such a condition could exist.
Of course you can. Boss is just too powerful of a card. It needs that nerf.
Honestly, for a free level 1 dual free fresh, that is very powerful.
I think the one in Poyo is 500 less power and has no conditions on it.
Okay, that's just better. And the one in Poyo is searchable too, right?
Yeah, so is yours.
Well, not as searchable. Okay, brainstorm. 1, 2, 3, 4. Search 2.
Nice plus.
Thank you. We're gonna grab a jaguar.
Mm-hmm.
And a moose.
Nice.
Thank you. Okay. Nope. And we will then proceed to attacks. Serval's gonna crash. Actually,
Sure.
yeah, because your Yoshino's 6k.
It is.
Serval's only 5k. Because it gets 1,000 coming in from Alpaca, 500 from here, 1,500 for coming in. And we're gonna grab me another Jaguar.
Yep.
And that is for 1
A
damage.
huge cancel.
Okay. Then we check top. It is a friend's character. Serval runs to memory. Then we're gonna direct attack for a meaty 3.
Yeah, that'll stick.
And then
yes.
we'll let you level. And then we will direct attack for 2.
Yeah, 2 cancels.
Cool. And it's your turn. I have 6 in hand.
Okay. So, draw phase. This comes in, gets 3/5. This one does not, because it was not in memory.
Mm-hmm.
Draw for turn.
It got Xbox huge.
Dude. Like, not the clock, brainstorm? No, sorry. Hold on. Play that, but we will play my early play first. And then brainstorm. Search 1.
Dick.
No, I don't think that's the pick here. Another one.
Nice.
Do you have any backups in your waiting room?
No.
Yeah, you're also level 1, so you're fine. Play, bounce back, give 1k to the 3. Swing for direct 3.
3. Got 1, 2 cancels.
Sure, front for 3.
Cancels. On reverse. Check top. It is level 3. It returns to hand.
Front for 2.
1, 2. 2 is good. You know what's kind of funny? I've been high rolling on the Arabian Oryxes, but I've been low rolling on.
Yeah, the ones you would like to keep around. I'll send both to memory.
Oh. Draw for turn. Block. Draw 2. Alright. So, on play. K1. Ditch Lion. Search. And we're gonna grab. Oh, I can't kill anything anyway. We're gonna grab Serval Roar.
Sure.
Campaign. Play another one. A1. Ditch 1. Oh. this instead. And we're gonna grab the anti-change backup.
Sure.
Oh. And we're gonna tap for brainstorm. 4, hit 1. And we're gonna grab orcs.
Sure.
But if you wish. Then we will tap alpaca. And we will put cob on top. And lay down a serval. Alright, and proceed to attack step.
You're good.
Alright. We're gonna direct attack. We're gonna front attack. Crash. Salvage, and we're gonna grab boss. For 1 damage.
For 1 sticks.
Top. It is a friend's character. This runs to memory.
Yes.
Direct attack. For 3.
To cancel.
Oh. And we're going to direct attack for 3.
2, 3 will stick.
We have 1, 2.
Now you see, you ruined it. This card's supposed to end up on top.
Oh.
Because it's an alarm.
I'm going to pitch a boss.
Yeah.
And it's your go.
Alright. Stand, draw. At the start of draw phases, come back and get 3k each. Or 3-5 actually. Draw. Sure, we'll clock and draw 2. Perfect. Play. Pay 1. If my memory has 2 or fewer cards, I look it up to 3 and choose a character.
Oh, that's nifty.
Select this, and then this goes to memory.
I'm actually really glad that you managed to get some more of the data bullet cards in there.
Yeah, it's been in my clock every time, but it actually enables this alternative level 1 I'm playing.
Oh, okay. That's nifty.
We can go over it when it comes up, but yeah.
And thanks for saying that the game's good. I actually think both decks are doing what they want to do right now, which actually makes for a fun video.
6 in there. 1, 2, 3, 4.
But then this is actually kind of a funny matchup, wouldn't you agree, Platplat?
Yeah, of the decks that I knew you had, I was kind of hoping it wouldn't be this one.
I'm gonna pull out a different deck next.
Because yours does what mine wants to do, but better. I had this more in mind for English.
Yeah.
That's okay.
I just, you know I love this deck to bits.
Oh, I know you do. Oh, that's how I deal with this. Okay, that's no problem. Yeah, okay, no, we're good, we're good. So then let's just go ahead and play my brainstorm. Pay on rest 2. Hit maybe? No hit. That's a little worrisome. Oh. Sure, let's pump an additional 3k here for free.
Let's go!
We'll go 1k1, pop. Good thing I have a bunch of dice behind my monitor. Give 1k till the end of your turn here. So then we will go side attack. Oh no, sorry. This one's a front. Gold bar, blind stock,
For two.
refresh.
Two cancels.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Actually, you're
Refreshing.
perfectly okay with that cancel.
Yeah, I am. Kinda. I did have a plan for how to play around your counter.
Well, I mean, they're level zeros. You just side.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, I'm fine to front one and then side and direct, but
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, 5 going back in. So pretty huge deck here. Refresh point. All right, we can front here for 1, 2.
1, 2 is good, and we will level green.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we direct for 1, 2, 3, 4. Gold bar again.
1. 7 going back into deck.
Mm-hmm.
Not quite as thin as I would like it, but imagine if you had triggered last attack.
Oh, triggered a crit? Yeah, I would love to.
Well, just that deck would have been so small.
Yeah, no, I would have been fine to trigger a crit there. It's more likely to stick going through refresh.
Honestly,
But,
that's
I mean,
fair.
4 into refreshes, or going an additional 4 into refresh is a little tricky, regardless.
Okay. And then that was for 4, right?
2, 3, 4, yeah, because it was a gold bar.
2, 3 cancels. And the refresh
Yeah.
point. All right. We're golden?
I have to think if I want to send these away or not. You know what? Yeah, fine.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Draw for turn. Clock draw 2. All right. If I have 2 or fewer climaxes in waiting room, early play.
Mm-hmm.
On play, search for an event. Play it underneath as a marker.
Yeah.
Pitch. And let me just. Yeah, it's just a card. Pitch this from hand. Retrieve the event. I have 3 or more friends player characters in green and level, so I can play the event. And I will heal Oryx to hand. This goes to memory.
Oof.
This back to hand.
Sure.
Then we're gonna down, and then now that I have 4 other characters, early play, heal,
Yeah.
tap, put Kaban back into stock, and how big's Yoshino again?
Only 10-5.
Only 10-5. Okay, cool. Proceed to attack step.
Sure. How big is your thing?
Kaban is 11-5, 12, 13 this turn, and she'll be 12 next turn.
I'll ditch to stand and swap.
Okay. How big is... And she's just like 500, right?
She is exactly 500.
Exactly
Yes.
500. Okay, cool. We're going to direct attack here. For 3.
6 level.
Cool.
Okay, go ahead.
And we're going to direct attack for 3.
6.
And front attack. Doing a salvage. And we're going to grab back 3-2 serval.
Sure. For 2.
Yeah.
Cancel.
Cool.
And this dies. Stand draw. Please come back.
I have 7 in hand.
Sure. Pay 2 is a 9k. It gets 500 for each other,
Yep.
and I heal. Powers on field.
Powers on field. 5,000. 10,500. 12,000.
There.
Just a reminder that Kaban is active.
Yeah. This card doesn't burn one.
Cool.
It's the other one that burns in the instances of one.
Right.
Sorry, how many climaxes were you at?
I am out 3.
Yeah. That's about what we figured here. Sure, we'll go. It's 2 print song. It's 0. Um. 1-5. Oh, your thing is huge. Play over, pay 1.
Yeah. You need the 3k.
Yeah, unfortunately. This one is 10, 11.
After. Oh. There we go.
Oh, there you go. Oh, you're glared out now. I was
Yeah.
going to ask if you had a light, but
Unfortunately, I wonder if I can. Actually, can I just move my microphone to adjust the glare? Can I move me to adjust the glare?
I have a stack of boxes beside me to help with the glare. You do that while I think about my numbers, because I have messed this game up horribly.
Well, it's like
8, 5, 9, 5. 12, 5. It's exactly a tie. Yeah. All right, that's what we got to do. That's fine. Okay, so we will go ahead and give 3k here in the middle for the turn. Play 1k1. We will not bounce back.
Yep.
We will go side attack.
Yep.
For 4 because it does not get a penalty.
1, 2 cancels.
Sure. And then we'll go frontal. This thing is 10k, 11k, 14,000. Gold bar, blind stock.
Cancels.
Sure. And then front, this is 9.5.
Yeah.
Gold bar, blind stock. For 2.
For 2. Who's good?
All right, and you are good to go.
We low roll.
Epic. I don't know if you need that plus there, though.
I mean, it's just funny that all of the Aurochs have failed.
Yeah, that's true.
Alright. How many cards left in deck?
Not too many. We have 5.
5.
And then you're going to ask climaxes out, to which I am missing. I have 4 in my waiting room.
4. 5 cards in deck, 4 in waiting room. Anyone brainstorm? One,
Yep.
2, 3, 4. Search 1.
Sure.
We got a moose.
This
Really?
is always good.
No. We've got something
Oh, did you
better. We've got
did you
Kaban.
did you encore the moose in the middle? Sorry.
Oh, the moose is dead. My bad. My bad.
No problem.
Okay. So. We're going to tap. Put Kaban into stock.
Yep.
And I'm going to ditch out the reverser.
Sure.
Both players refresh.
Oh, that's rough. I kind of had something cheeky in mind, but no longer.
What were you setting up?
I just had the ability to ditch one more thing back into the refresh before refreshing.
Right. But yeah, I've basically been keeping 2 bosses in hand every turn for this game, just because my hand's been good.
I think that's generally what you want to be doing with Kimono.
Yeah. Then I'm go. Sure, if your climax is in waiting room, early play. Search for
Yep.
heal event.
Get that other boss. I know your tricks.
I can't take boss.
You're right. He's not a friend.
He's not a friend.
Boss is not a friend. That's so messed up.
It's funny though.
It's so funny, but it's so messed up.
Is our friend Toka still big?
Toka is 11,000 because the additional 500 is cross turn.
Cool.
She's not 14,000 because the 3K is only one turn. Because otherwise,
We're gonna get rid
I
of.
don't think you would have seen any other back row other than this one.
Get the check and wreck. Pull back to hand.
Yeah. To be fair, this is still a very strong back row, and I'm a big fan of it. The next best thing, besides off-turn power, is huge on-turn power for no reason.
So, proceed to attack step. This is the one that came in this turn.
Sure, I just need powers.
So powers are going to be 5,000 will be 7,000.
Sure.
13, 12.
Just have to confirm because big cost of douches this year. Yeah, I can't keep it in the same position, so that's a little rough. So that card's gonna die, but the problem is if I swap middle, they both die. Oh, that's rough. That's rough. Well, I mean, they both die regardless of if I swap or not, so we'll just keep it.
Right.
Oh, I guess I could move that one. We're low rolling a little with that, but we'll ditch swap, and then the slot here gets -2 soul.
Cool. Okay, we're gonna front here.
Yep.
For 3.
Yeah, that's game.
Big game.
Okay. Yeah, the last time I had 2 of these and chose to send them to memory, I really shouldn't have.
Yeah, because then I just punted you pretty much to dead.
I thought I had a higher chance of canceling than I did. Other issue is I triggered so many of these, which is good and also bad.
Yeah. And then every time you were triggering a bunch of them, I just had a boss to take advantage of it.
Exactly, yeah. Because usually I can deal with it, but like not like that.
Not like that.
Hey, I mean, in terms of not losing field and not losing hand, it's not too bad because I did skip caulking for like 3 turns.
Yeah. To be fair, you are playing against one of the squishiest decks in existence.
I know, but like still. Give me a second. I'm gonna grab my dice that are slightly more high visibility.
Actually, I'm gonna change my lighting real quick. But in the meantime, chat, did you like
Uh,
what you guys saw from the deck so far? Any recommendations y'all might have?
yeah, I'm really open to hearing opinions on the deck because this is technically like draft 2.5 because the first draft, I feel like Igor would be interested to hear what the first draft was because it was much worse and clunkier. Either way, I'm mostly happy with it. There's some things that are a little rough. We'll have to see. I think kind of tough because Time Machine is good against standby because you're not taking as much damage or you're taking about the same amount as you would against a 1k1 deck with characters on your field. But, you know, when you do run into a 1k1 deck, rare as they are right now, they do hurt.
Gonna try and get a different light source, but didn't have one. We'll just have to make do for today, and then
That's fair.
maybe I'll need a funky desk lamp to just cast onto the back wall there.
Yeah, that's why I actually have two lamps going on and then just my overhead light off because unfortunately the room setup doesn't allow me to not just have absurd amounts of glare going on.
Yeah.
But over to my left, the closer lamp, I just have some deck boxes stacked up to block the light. So it evens it out, but it
Oh wait,
then
I can just
doesn't
put some
cast
deck
glare.
boxes here then.
Yeah, I got some like big what are these called? Elite trainer boxes. I need to think of what
Now
they're called now.
not much
Yeah,
better, but
maybe just play your cards slightly more
yeah.
left than you would usually. Should be fine though.
Or if this is even better. Here. And then I move my webcam over.
Oh, motion sickness alert.
Right.
Center, yeah, that should be better.
Yeah. And then I'll use my body to block some of the light too.
I think it's more your characters on stage that matter.
Yeah.
That's that position more than anything. Yeah, I mean it's fine. You
It's
can read the
fine.
power at least.
Yeah. All right. So now I'm gonna bust out a more aggressive deck, Adventure Time.
Yeah, I'm curious how this goes.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that I don't have Mushoku or Slime on hand,
Yeah. Well,
because those would probably be the ones you're most worried about.
pretty much. Oh, right now I need to make sure that the deck runs more than anything that it doesn't die to itself.
Yeah. Well, it's like it. To be fair, Kimono Friends is about as passive as it gets, so
Oh yeah, absolutely.
it's not much to say that. Well, it managed to keep hand against Kimono Friends.
Yeah, that's not a huge achievement there.
Yeah, it might have been a slightly more difficult had I been playing out some more climaxes, but again,
Yeah, if you're summoning 1k1s, it's difficult.
well, even just what's funny is that extra 500 from the back row does help a lot.
Oh, it does. Evens or odds?
Demons.
That is a 2. You will go first.
Actually, it was interesting. I was talking with Weeb Schwartz yesterday about just trying to figure out how big the going first advantage is in Weiss.
Oh, I actually noticed that I'm pretty sure it was him. He was asking in the more serious topic chat of the salt pile, just if anybody's kept stats of that, and a few players have, but their sample size isn't as large as he was looking for.
So what I think I'm gonna see is I'm gonna ask Ben if I can start keeping some of those stats, like if he'd be willing to give me a copy of the game sheets and the matchups
Just keeping track of that.
and keeping track and just asking each player to tell me who went first in each game.
That might be tough.
It'll be tough, but it's like it's something that I want to do because like if
I
I
think
could
it's
do it with
important. I think it's
Calgary,
good info.
we do it for 15 weeks. That's 150 plus data points. And then
Yeah.
we would have multiple matchups to look at. And then I can run a regression that controls for matchup, controls for player,
Yeah.
and controls for who went. And then we then evaluate who went first.
Yeah. I think in general, going first is a pretty strong advantage, but it really depends on what deck you're playing.
Yeah.
Because if you're just playing a deck that's all utility level zeros and you're going to die, you're not getting as good advantage.
Okay.
Then again, I don't know if going second serves you any better in that scenario.
I'm going to pitch 2.
Sure, I'll ditch 3.
All right. Draw for turn. Clock Princess Bubblegum. Draw 2. And we're going to play Slime Princess. He'll top 2. No climax. No effect. Direct attack.
Yep.
For 3 easy.
3 cancels.
Sick. And it's your go.
Draw. Clock, draw 2. I think that's a more useful card right now. Play
that is a
the
good
card that goes memory. Yeah, hold on to the other one. We'll just go front for 2.
For 2. And 2 is good, and you knocked 2 Wildberry Princesses, and that was a front.
Yeah, that was.
And I check. Who character runs to memory?
Okay, go ahead.
And we draw. Walker Ricky.
Yeah.
Draw 2. And then we're gonna play Ice King finds himself a man.
That's the deck, not the card.
That's true. Man, that was a fun deck to play, but it was also just bad.
I want it to be good so bad, but
we're gonna Ricky. I mean, I had fun playing it.
Yeah, I mean,
and that's...
I was just hoping we were going to get the English version of Alchemists,
right?
And then just
season 2.
It was somehow worse. Yeah, I mean, I hope we get a set 2. That would be pleasant.
And we're grabbing
nice cool.
Princess Bubblegum Stately Gown.
Yep. Yeah, set 2 would be cool and needed.
Yeah. All right. And then we're gonna play Marceline. I remember you to back row. Okay. Proceed to attacks. Ice King's gonna kill himself for 1.
Damn, Ice King. 1 sticks.
We're gonna pitch an Ooh character. And Ice King to memory. And we're gonna grab Marceline with Hambo.
That is a good card. Becomes 6k as long as you have a memory, right?
Yeah. And then it has mandatory salvage filter on reverse.
Yeah.
I have been low rolled by that so many times.
Yeah, but when you get it to do what you need it to do, it's so good.
Well, the worst thing is it's on both players' turns.
I know. But that's why it's so good. You get to back it up and then just salvage the same backup.
Yeah, that's true. But then Chad would always find a way to trigger
deck you out. Yeah,
trigger on an attack. His last attack when he attacked into it. Okay, we're gonna swippity swap, and this is going to stalk.
Sure.
Produces.
Deuce will stick.
Sick.
Stat draw. Clock. Draw 2. We could do that, or we could do that. I guess it doesn't matter. Let's A1. Double check my hand. Yeah, we're fine. Clock to the bottom. Go search. Find 1 combo. What I want? No. I'm sorry, I've lied to you.
Nice.
You'd like Katori instead. It was a simple ruse, just a bit of deceit.
You know what? The consequences will never be the same.
You know, this changes everything.
Oh,
Move
good
that to the
times.
back of your own play. Let's count cards in hand. That many. You know what? We're also going to play down a brainstorm. Be a good player this time. We won't go overhand.
Okay, that fixed the glare a lot.
Yeah, it's much better there. So we'll attack and pump 1k here for the turn.
Yep.
Direct for 3.
1, 2, and cancels.
Nice. Front 3,000 for 1. Just
One's
1.
good.
This.
Okay.
Go ahead.
And Finn perishes.
Finn does perish. That is an accurate statement.
And then we clock level and draw 2 cards. Alright. Okay, we're gonna remember me.
Yeah.
And we're gonna grab a Wildberry Princess.
That's a strong card.
Goes to memory. Avec Hambo. Rather skanky card. My hand.
Chill. We treat our cards with the utmost respect around here. Come on now. 2 remember use? You've gone mad with power.
Flying Princess.
Sure. Well, don't forget your mill.
Yep. 2.
It's good.
That's what. Alright. Need to attack step. We're gonna front with Marsling with Hambo.
Yeah.
Grab back a Princess Bubblegum Stately Gown.
Sure. 1 sticks, I level up. Go ahead.
And I will filter. I'm gonna grab a Finn the Human, Jake the Dog, and drop out Ice King past self.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna front with a Slimy for 1.
1 sticks. Go
and
ahead.
then we will direct reduces.
Oh, cancelled. Is that the bubblegum that on attack pumps 500 times other to a character? The one that you triggered?
No, this is. Oh, sorry, the one that I triggered, yes.
Okay. Right. So this one will definitely die. That one, we will have to consult the bin.
We'll have to consult.
Oh. It's a tough sell right now. We won't activate. Drop. We will then go ahead and clock. Drop a few.
Yo, you're gonna drop the base?
We'll pay 1 to send it to memory. Look at 3. Yeah, that's going to be the one that we'd like.
I just really love that profile.
This one?
Yeah. It's incredibly versatile.
It is. It has to survive, but against your deck, everything's squishy, so it does survive. I think I just usually forget to sometimes pull it to the back to make sure it actually sticks around. We'll play another copy. Move them over there. She is 6/5 over here.
That is correct.
Okay, so this is the card we haven't seen yet. If a card is in my memory, this gets plus 3,000. Same as yours, so it's 6k.
Yep.
When it attacks, I can discard a climax that has the gold bar trigger in its icon from hand.
Yep.
If I do, this gets 1500 power, and when this card's battle opponent becomes reversed, I draw a card.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
pretty
that's
good.
like the mermaid from Puyo Puyo.
Mermaid. Oh, similar. Yeah. The level 0.
Yeah. We like that sort of profile. We like that sort of profile.
Yeah. We will then elect to pay 1 to play this out. Go to my combat, pump 3k here.
Yeah.
Play a 1k1, bounce back, and add an additional 1000 that will last cross turn.
Cool.
No combat, we will go frontal.
Yep.
For 2.
Deuce is good.
Do you flip?
And we check and memory.
Sure. Frontal for 3.
3 is good. And on reverse, I can pay 1. Card search.
Yeah.
And we're going to take another daily gown.
Sure. Front will elect not to use its effect. Trigger. Trigger gold bar, add to hand, blind
Cancels.
stock for 2.
Cancels.
And it's huge. Go to Encore step. These will all go to memory.
Right, and good. Okay. Turn.
Combo has been taken out back and capped.
Clock. Draw 2. Three.
Yes, sir. This one's 7k if it matters to you at all.
Nope. Contact.
Okay.
Look up to 1. This.
Sure.
And that is direct for 2, 3, 3.
Cancel.
Okay. Direct. Take it to hand.
Sure.
And that is for 3.
3, cancel.
And we will refund
1. Yeah.
The deck is but we, but my heart is strong.
Why is the deck French?
You know, sometimes you just gotta do it.
No, there's never a scenario where that's the play.
Fair.
Especially not today. Come on, man.
Right. Okay. And refresh point. We're gonna put the dog to stock.
Jeez.
And I have not. Sorry, I did trigger. Yeah.
Yes, you did.
And we're gonna front. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna take Marsling with Hambo, pitch the rest.
Sure.
And that is for 1, 2, 2.
2 will in fact stick.
Sick. Alright.
Alright, we'll stand. We'll draw.
Okay.
I will elect not to clock, and that, oh, sorry, these have to come back. That is a mandatory.
Yep.
What is the play here? Trigger 3, 1 out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what? I think we are fine.
Okay.
I will elect not to use my alarm. For reference, the alarm is pay 1, discard a card to free fresh, as long as it's on top of my clock.
Oh, that's cool. We like
Yeah,
that.
there's no level requirement on it, which is questionable.
Right.
Okay, so we are just gonna go ahead then and maneuver my cards like this. Play down Brainstorm. Move to Climax. Assign 3K here.
Yep.
1K1 bounce back, give it an additional 1K that'll last cross turn.
Yep.
And then we will go to combat. Direct 1, 2, 3. Trigger. Gold bar. Blind stock 3.
Is golden
Like the bar
for the dog.
or the dog. True. We'll go frontal. Trigger for 2. Oh, sorry. Actually, on attack, I do this first. Discard, it gains the power and draw. So for 2.
Cancels.
And then I'll draw. And then we go front for 2.
Who's good?
Alright.
Gone. Okay.
I believe I'm overhand, but regardless, I have to finish this refresh up. Sorry, I should actually count how many are going back in here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 climaxes.
Cool.
Refresh. This will go away. No, I have exactly 7, so yeah, we'll allow these to go to memory.
Alright, no claw.
Yeah.
1. Brainstorm.
Mm-hmm.
1. 4. Salvage 2. We're gonna get
Sure.
1 Finn and Jake.
We do like Finn and Jake. That's a strong amount of Finn and Jakes.
Okay. And then we're gonna play a slime this.
Yeah.
1, 2. It's the climax out, so it'll give itself power. Then we're gonna play Marceline, Ambo, and a Ricky, and we will not Ricky.
A wise decision. But you could be level 3 this turn. Think of all the value.
The plus 1k plus 1 soul.
Sure.
And we're going to direct attack for 3.
6 level up. Actually, this one is the one with the most diminishing value here.
I just need to run a bunch of damage this turn.
Yeah, pretty much.
That I can come in like a wrecking
Yeah, well,
ball
you had
next
your headphones off, actually. That's something I mentioned, that time machines are very strong against standby decks, because the damage output they're doing is pretty much the same as the damage you'd be taking if you were playing like a normal deck against 1k1s,
Yep.
because it's like 2/2 as opposed to like 1+1 from the climax. But against when you do run into 1k1 decks, then it definitely hurts. But I mean, your goal is just to do kind of this
and we're
sit
going
on a
to
bunch of
direct again for
climaxes.
3 fails.
Sure. How many climaxes do you refresh? I didn't actually catch that.
5.
5. Okay. 1 cancel.
Cancels. And then we're going to crash here. Shit. For 2.
Oh, hang on. Did I take? No, I took 3, right? Instead of just 2. Yeah.
You took
whatever,
3, yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. That was for 2.
Yeah.
1, 2 sticks.
Top.
Yeah.
Memory. Alright.
Yeah. All right.
That's not what we wanted to see.
Not really. Stand, draw. Please come in. Draw my card. Oh, sorry. These got an additional. They're huge.
Yeah. So it's like, I guess that's the funny thing about the current meta is there's just so much, there's so few 1k1 decks. that are
It's hard to
prevalent.
say. Yeah, because like in the broad stroke, no, I don't think there are. Locally, I think there might be a few too many for me to get away with playing this.
Yeah. Well, it's like I'm
But
trying to think of.
that's hard to say, really. It just depends on the week more than anything. All right. I'm gonna play this memory card. Pay one, send to the memory. Look at three. Hmm. Crazy enough, we would have rather triggered that.
Well, I mean, you need to be able to continue it, right?
Well, the line here is that I'm going to end up doing is move this like this, and then if I trigger a gold bar, I can ditch it out.
Yeah.
So we grab that. That's not too much like what we were hoping for. Yeah, unfortunately, we will have to brainstorm. We sat on such a nice deck and stock, but we're going to have to ruin it a little. Hit one, search
I
one.
mean, not the worst.
No, it's really not.
It's
But
not like my dirty ass stock.
that much is true. We'll take a healer.
But then again, Adventure Time is kind of doing what it wants to do, but I don't have you in kill range next turn, and I will probably still have to drop the combo next turn.
Yeah, it's a little rough.
Yeah, so it's like
There is a world where you get there, but I don't think you do.
no, because I think I have you have two. You'll kill me not this turn, but next turn.
Pretty much, yeah.
Because yeah, I
Okay.
refreshed 5. We saw 2 come off the top.
Yeah. Okay. We will play 1k1. Bounce this at the start of attack. Start climax. We'll assign 3k there. Actually, will I bounce that? Hold on. Because I'm gripping 7 right now, we will not bounce that. So it's just going to be 7k. Should I have moved that? Yeah. Haha, since we're testing. Ha ha ha. Okay, direct for 4.
1, 2 cancels.
Yeah. Then we go frontal. This thing is 9-5. Gold bar, blind stock.
And that's for 2.
Yeah, for 2.
Okay, 2's good. 2, 7. We're gonna level bubblegum.
Sure. And you're at 3-1, right?
Yeah.
All right. So we'll go front. On attack, we will ditch out a gold bar.
Yeah.
So it gets an additional power in the draw. Trigger arch.
Cancels on the 3rd.
It's not too badly what we wanted. So we will get back freezing earth. And then cancels, draw. And then we go to cleanup step. What do I need to do here? We have many card. You know what? I will send these out simply so that you have fewer reverse targets.
Yep.
So that's important. And then I must ditch for overhand. We are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ditch 2. Ditch that one and ditching this one.
A1. Brainstorm.
Yep.
2, 3, 4. Salvage 1.
Yep.
I want to play it.
It's a good way to do it.
Okay. I'm gonna play Princess Bubblegum.
Yep.
Card from hand. Field to stock.
Yeah.
Then we're gonna play 1. And we will proceed to attack step.
Yeah.
We're gonna direct attack for 2.
1 cancels.
We're gonna direct attack for 2.
1, 2.
And then we're gonna front attack for 2.
1, 2 sticks exactly. 2, 3, 4, 5. 6.
Okay.
Also, I think I like the. It's a little 50-50. I personally, just knowing what's in my deck, I like the idea of you swinging that 3/2 first. Because if you let me hit level 3, I can just play the minus soul counter.
Right. No, that's fair.
But I guess it's 50-50 because you don't know if I'm playing the free fresh or not that the set has access to. I guess that would just be something you keep track of. But
Yeah.
I think I don't know. I think that's safer. Hard to say though. Hold that up because
Well, it's
we
like
really
you
do not need
probably,
that.
given you're playing Time Machine, I wouldn't expect you to be playing a free fresh backup, so I should have fronted first.
Yeah, and you'd be
Yeah.
correct there. I am absolutely not. So I'll die. Stand, draw.
So if I survive this
That's fine.
turn, I'm in a good place.
Then we
Be like
actually draw for turn. Then stock and how many climax is out?
we have 9 stock, and I am out 6. And 2 cards left in deck.
2 cards left in deck. Yeah, so we definitely do want to go for that. So we block, draw 2. Okay. Let's go ahead. 2, 4, 6, 7. Pay 1. Send this to memory because it's for fear. This is our last one that we can put in. Have this. Play on play. Pay 1, discard a climax. Salvage a climax.
Nice, nice.
Then we will.
Actually, I never asked. What's your climax line?
Oh, that was the secret sauce. So 4 of the level 1 combo, 3 of the level 3 green combo, and then 1 arch.
Okay, so you're going the opposite of the Sneaker Bunko secret sauce.
Yeah, pretty much. The idea is I actually have climax swappers,
Yeah.
and we would rather see those bars more often, just based on the way the rest of the deck is set up.
Yep.
Realistically, this 3/2 blue is just there because green doesn't have good healers.
That's awesome.
So it's there as an oversized healer, a la good Weiss, and then we also just play a single climax to activate it if we need to.
Right. No, this is
Yeah.
top tier. As Kidani intended, Weiss Schwartz.
This is Weiss as Kadani intended. I don't know if I'd say it's what top tier, but we'll play over, pay 2, heal.
Yeah.
We will mosey that around like this. It's currently 11k. How big is your? Just 10-5.
10-5,
I know that
yeah.
answer. I know the answer to that. 10-5, discarding those 2. Oh, can we get away with that? Can we get away with that? 10-5, 11-5. No, because your characters are 11k base. I need that extra 500. Unfortunate. All right, we'll pump 3k here for my back row. 1k1. And then I'm thinking.
Arby's?
No, never Arby's.
Okay,
So my climax combo is when the battle point's reversed, I can pay 3 and discard 2. If I do, choose up to 3 cards in the opponent's waiting room, put them on top of the deck in any order, deal 5 damage, and then this climax gets sacked.
Yo,
I
that's
think actually before
sick.
the damage. So my idea here was I was going to stack your deck before you refresh, but it's when I reverse it. So I cannot do that, unfortunately. Unless you just have a climax on top, I guess. that is the situation where I can do that.
Yeah. So we don't actually know, we don't have enough information to figure out where the climax is. Well, it's funny.
We don't, because this becomes tricky.
Because this is a conditional probability problem.
Yeah, so this is a little tricky because I can either attack here with 2 2/2s and then sack the climax so that we get the maximum damage.
Well, it's like, you know,
because this is 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is 7. Alternatively, No, I think actually just viewing that's fine. Because alternatively, the other option is 3, 5, and then 1, 1, which
Yeah,
is worse. Plus refresh, which does get there, but the 5 has to stick. So I think we go like this first.
yeah,
So I will
because
move to combat.
yeah,
Yeah.
the the thing is like in this state, you know where. So there's 6 in waiting room. You know where
Yeah.
one more is just because of your information about how this deck plays. So you know where 7 are. So now it
Yeah,
becomes
I do know where 7 are.
it.
Um,
There's 11 unknown cards, a group of 9 and a group of 2. Which do you think is more likely to have the climax?
I think I know where the
Yeah.
climax is because I don't recall you actually playing it out ever. Do you have any backups in your waiting room?
Nope.
That's the more important question. Okay. Well, there you go. That's pretty it's pretty simple then. So then we'll go side attack here
Yeah.
for 2. Gold bar, blind stock, 2.
Two's good. And then we refresh 6. Right, so you're basically riding on a cancel for the Toka to be able to put cards away.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much here. Today didn't think that through too well, but that's okay. I can't get away with just swinging 1, 1, 2, unfortunately. Otherwise I would, so we do have to play the climax regardless.
Yo, climax 2 based. Okay. Cut if you wish.
I mean, you're good.
Hell yeah. And the refresh point.
Kino. Alright, so let's see. This would be now I do have to actually think, because damage stuck. No, I do have to go as many attacks as possible to try and stack some. So we'll go front for 3.
Three's good.
I mean, that works. How many? Now I have to think. How many triggers do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think just siding for 1 here is an answer. So we'll go front. For 4.
1 cancels.
Yeah. Okay. So let's double check what this says up to. It does say up to 3, so I can elect to put none and burn you for 5.
Alright.
But I don't think I'm going to do that.
Okay.
Because that doesn't seem like a good use of stock, so
No.
we'll just let you go.
Right. We're gonna draw for turn.
Your brainstorm is sticking because that was a side.
Oh, that was a side. Oh, that's
Yeah,
base.
it was a side in case you had a free fresh counter. I had to go there.
We're gonna do
Mm-hmm.
heal 2.
Yeah.
And then I need to stock.
Oh, it was actually stronger if I bounce this. Hey, too many numbers.
Okay, so
Yeah.
1, 2, 4 hit 1. Or I need 2 left over to. We're gonna cards out of hand. I don't have enough to build stock. And Jake's not enough. But we will take Princess Bubblegum, what was missing.
It is a good card.
And we're gonna play that.
Yep.
Actually, no. Okay. There's no reason to do any of that. Alright. Going to step. Call of Adventure.
Sure.
Front. Cute. Oh, actually. Alright, we're gonna front here. A2.
Mm-hmm.
Pitch 1. He gets 2 abilities. The first is when you cancel and it's up to 1 instance of damage. Burn
Yeah.
1. And at the end of attack, burn 2. Front attack for 1, 2, 3. For 3 damage and salvage. And we're gonna grab me. The heck is telephone bubblegum? No.
It's not telephone bubblegum. For 3.
For 3.
What is the best way to do this?
you obviously have the.
I mean, I wouldn't be thinking about it otherwise. I just have to think about the best way. So
Oh, I'm a monkey.
guaranteed
Oh well.
3. Guaranteed 3. Burn 2, burn 1. Yeah, that's burn 2, cancel. Burn 1. Yeah, I think we just do it here. 3. Minus 3 soul to this lane.
Okay.
So end of attack, burn 2. Cancel, burn 1. Yeah. I think that's okay.
I have 3 more stock. I have to assume. I can't kill you anyways. We're gonna have to front here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take the dog to hand.
Yeah.
And that's for 2 damage.
Sure. 1 cancel.
Cool. And I'll give the power here.
Yeah, I figured.
Pay 2. Pitch 1. Give it the abilities twice. Great.
Yeah.
For 4 damage.
Cancel 1.
Oh, burn 1.
Deal 1. Cancel.
Burn 2.
End of attack. Believe it or not, 2 will stick there.
That is very funny.
Climax is out?
5.
5. Yeah, I think we're fine. Just getting rid of these. All right, draw.
That is
That
very
is-
funny.
That's interesting. Powers on board are 11-5, 12k, and then 6 or 5-5, right?
That is correct.
Yeah, I play this deck.
Based 6-7 cards in memory.
Yeah. Well, oh no, that doesn't work. Clocking a free fresh alarm does not work when you have 1 card left in deck. We don't do that. Yeah, we definitely don't. All right. In that case, then we would just go. Yeah, something like that. All right. So we will just simply play down this. Play this here. And pay 2. Oh, I just realized that doesn't work too well together. That's interesting. Because you need 4 to use the combo. That's something to think about, I guess. Okay, well, 1k1, or assign 3k, 1k1. We will definitely not be bouncing anything. We will then go frontal for 2. Trigger 2.
1
refresh.
cancels.
Sure.
Could be bad.
Here, 13-5. Or backups in waiting room?
None.
None. Okay. We might actually have to make use of that. That's fine. No, it's perfectly fine, actually. Okay. Refresh point. That's a little ouch. We'll side attack without decreasing soul.
Okay.
For 3.
1, 2, cancels.
Sure. And then we will frontal. This thing is 7,000. For 3.
Oh, that's game.
Easy crit. Nice.
Easy crit. Good game.
Good game. Did you have backup in hand?
No. It was in clock.
Oh, are you only playing 1 backup?
Yeah.
Okay. Here, I thought you were playing 2, like, a reasonable person.
No.
Of course not.
I use them so infrequently.
I get it. You don't have the stock for it in your deck. Yeah, so the fun part now is suppress 2, and then I had enough stock to play the -3.
Yeah, no, that's actually pretty cool. So,
Yeah.
For the folks who have hung out with us in chat for 2 full games of testing Weiss, what do you think of Platplat's build so far? Do you guys have any suggestions?
Yeah,
And thank you for
I've
sticking around, everyone. It's
it is
been a
appreciated.
blast.
Yeah, I'm starting to reconsider playing this brainstorm specifically.
I was gonna
Um,
ask.
well, it's really good with like it's really good at pumping these up to a super relevant number as well as making these stick around.
Yeah.
Because against other 1k1 decks, sitting on a 7k is generally fine. Uh, like generally, there's
Generally, yeah.
definitely ways to do it, but they dump more resources into killing your just generic 7k than you have. Because
Right.
I just played it and played a climax, like we were going to do that regardless.
Right.
And I mean, I can that's 8k on my turn, so we're pretty happy with that because they would then have to have something to play to rebuttal it. I was playing this because this thing's so squishy unless you use the ditch to swap.
Yeah.
But I realized it literally does not work if you bounce it. So I might have to reconsider.
Right. Because then you lose one of the run targets.
Well, no, you have to have 4 other characters on
Oh.
field to use the climbing snowball.
Okay. Right.
So
So then it just literally does not work.
literally does not work. So then we would maybe rather just play a rest self storm.
Yep.
Um, problem is we do want some amount of power gain because that's relevant.
Yeah.
It's a little tricky. I'll have to look. So I had started mentioning this and figured you would probably want to hear it. So the first draft of this deck was 8 gold bars,
All right. Beauty.
and then playing like one of the, I think it's called Lucifugus or however it's pronounced from the extra booster, the level 3 queen.
Yep.
Just the alternative finisher.
Right.
And then playing the back row that when you trigger a gold bar, you can discard a card to draw ditch.
Yep.
And then it also gives your center middle plus 1k. I liked that a lot.
Okay, that's
and then
nice.
I realized, like, you know what, this Lucifugus, we're pretty much never going to hit it. And it's actually not that large of a card because it just has a very good climax combo. So I didn't like that. So then I looked at blue. Blue is stronger.
And blue just gives you so many options.
Well, yeah, I was playing the 1/1 anyways because I think you absolutely need that. And I was playing basic realizer, so we like that. So I just figured I'd play the blue finisher / healer instead and splash 1 climax.
Yeah.
So that made me think, okay, so the bar support isn't very good. So we'll swap to the set 1. It's a global 500, and when you trigger a climax, you can discard a climax to top check 2, add 1 to hand, ditch the other. And I was thinking about it, and I'm like, yeah, that's definitely better. But the problem is we're discarding the climaxes, and this deck we're actually actively looking to loop our climaxes, not ditch them out for advantage. For the majority of the time. So then I decided I didn't like that because what we're looking to do is just keep triggering this climax, and then lead into triggering this climax. So we don't actually want to be ditching those out.
No.
And the hand fixing that I would prefer to be using anyhow is this one.
Right.
So we would prefer to be doing that. So we don't play that back row. So then I was just thinking, okay, I was initially, when I was playing those back row, only playing 1 copy of the Brainstorm because I was just like, this is not a Brainstorm deck. This is the fix it, please button.
Yeah.
So then as soon as I dropped those, I'm like, okay, I have to play this Brainstorm just at 4 because they just goldfishing the deck. I was like, I'm running out of hand, so we do need to actually have this, and the climax support is not good enough.
Right. And also, you needed color fix too. And it seems
Yeah,
like you have a fan of this deck with Sword Yoshi saying that they like it. Would you be willing to, once you get a bit more refined, just throw up an encore list so I can link it in the video?
Yeah, I do have an encore list up. I'm gonna make some more changes, and then I'll send it to you.
Perfect.
Once I'm happy with this deck, I do plan on releasing a video going through card choices and the full deck list. But
Awesome, yeah.
we'll work on things first. So yeah, then I figured I absolutely need this one. Plus 1k cross turn, pretty key. It works very well with this card, and then I thought it was going to work well with this. Realized this literally shuts off your combo, so we can't play that. So I don't know. The philosophy of my deck that I went into when I was originally going to build the 8 bar is I wanted costless plussing. So I was playing the Shido from set 1 that when it comes in, it's a 0/0. When it comes in, mill 2, if you hit a climax, select any of your characters and give it 1500 for the turn.
Yep.
So if you're playing it turn 1, it can come down as a 3/5 and then beat. That's pretty sick. We do like that. Alternatively, it can pump something else later in the game, make it more relevant because our deck is tiny. I really like that. And early, it helps me peel just a few extra cards for free so that we actually meet this condition, because that's a huge thing right now.
Yeah.
I don't really want to be playing those costed cards to be free freshing, because I thought about counters, and then I was like, well, you know what? Going into level 2, if I'm playing a free fresh counter, it's already too late to be playing this early play.
Yeah.
That's just simply not where we're looking to be, so that's why I'm playing the 2/1 alarm. The 2/1 alarm is also secretly a beat stick when we need it to be, because it's an 8k base. So with the 1/1, we can pump it up to 11k, so it does become a beat stick.
We like to see
so
that.
we do like that. We do like that. It is not an entirely dead card. I'm playing 2 of these simply because I think, I have enough deck speed that we don't have to be actively looking to clock these. If we just randomly happen into it early, that's fine too. But I think I'm happy with 2. They haven't made like the biggest impact in the game so far, but I think we do like them in the deck. So that's kind of that. So what I'm looking at for brainstorms though is either we'll have to go out of blue if we want any power, which is an issue. There's multiple tap 1s that are good. One that might be worth considering for me is the green one from Data Bullet, that when it comes in, you can pay 2 to drag something up.
Yeah.
I think it's a little bit of a tough sell because without that extra power, we're not winning field off turn. So we don't actually have any empty slots to pull into, but it is a tap self salvage.
I actually think with the rate that you go through your deck,
yeah,
you're probably better off with a search than a salvage anyway.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, because the salvage doesn't actively peel. Because if we hit even 1 climax, this becomes a peel 5 instead of 4 for the same cost.
Exactly, and you don't have a ton of peel in the deck. The only thing you have is the Katori at level 0.
Yeah, which I don't know how I feel about. The thing is, this does smooth your level 0 game, make you actually win lanes at level 0. That's something I think is super important. Because right now, like, a lot of decks are just happy playing utilities and losing them, but we don't get that luxury. We don't have the hand for it. So I think this card is pretty important because we can pump itself to 2/5 or pump something like this to 3k or 3/5 if we have the drop search.
Yeah,
or the climax swap early. So I think that's pretty key.
Okay, I can't think of anything else because clean cuts don't work in your deck.
Yeah, here's the thing. The one clean cut in this set, I'm so mixed on it because it is valuable, but I don't know that I like it. It's a 3k base, which is handsome enough. Clean cut, which just when it reverses battle opponent, rests another character and drag it back, which is fine. The problem is it has a big fat line of text on it that says when it's reversed, send it to the bottom of your deck.
And
so
that's no
bueno. That's really not good because I'm trying to deck out, and that's just not good because we have bars, so we're trying to trigger those out. So it's a little bit of a problem. So I think the only brainstorm that actively adds power that isn't like clock swap or like salvage ditch or something is the yellow one that just at the start of my climax phase assign 500. It's from first set.
Yeah. You could play Sheeds isn't.
I'm not so the problem is Sheeds isn't like a good enough replacement for a brainstorm.
Yeah.
So we're not happy with that. We're definitely looking at the yellow one. The only issue is that does make my my color fixing a bit weaker, but with I'm playing 4 of the level 3, so we're looking to level 1 of those anyways, or the 1/1, which I'm playing 3 of. And so with this Kurumi specifically, we can choose our color fix.
Yeah.
So I think we're fine because we just stitch out something early and then play this. So I think we're fine with switching to.
I actually can't think of something better than the Katori at this point. especially because you have the green that you can. So you have a green one that's on play. You have the Kotori that pumps on play instead of the Kotori that you can drop salvage.
Karumi.
Sorry, no, it's Kotori. You pay one on play, pay one, ditch one,
Oh, I
salvage,
see.
look at
Yeah,
top two.
no,
Yeah,
no. Sorry,
because
I was thinking of brainstormers. The brainstormer I'm thinking of is in yellow, and it's the Karumi.
honestly, I think that's probably the best
I think
brainstorm
that's what we're looking
for this
at. Yeah.
deck. Still,
Yeah. So I actually have the cards beside me. So
okay.
if you're willing to play another game, I'll just make that change.
It's getting a bit late.
All right, no problem.
Yeah, no problem. And
I wasn't sure how many you wanted to play.
we've been record. Sorry, I think we've been live for a while.
About. It's actually only been about shy of 2.
Shy of 2. I think this is it's a
because
good stream.
we've taken some breaks and such, but
And
yeah, I think there's that.
At one point we had update people watching. We got 6 now, and I think we've had a few people watch us the whole way, watch both games we've played, and given us some input on the deck. So for our first deck tech stream that we've done with that you and I have done, I think Slowbro and Kilua did one years ago on the channel. I think this is a good success.
Yeah, I think they did a deck build live. I don't think they actually ended up playing it.
But no, so
I think I'm happy with that. I think if we actually like advertise they were playing, I'm totally in agreement that we don't like that we didn't really push it the first week because we need to make sure it's actually set up and figure all that out. But for the next time we do it, I think we push a little bit like, hey, we are live currently playing decks.
Well, it's like I put it out onto the card game Discord. I put it onto.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I pushed it on Twitter. Put it on Global.
Okay, I wasn't sure if you did that, but either way, I know we didn't see any local faces, so.
Mm-hmm. But doesn't matter.
Cringe.
Okay, yeah. Fine, cringe. But no, I think we had a great time, and for everyone who's came in at the start, came at the end, watched the whole way through, thank you very much. And that about wraps us up for today. We hope you enjoyed us testing out a deck live, because I had a ton of fun, and it's also always really fun to be able to play, tune, keep going, and I thought that was really sick. If you did, make sure to subscribe to our podcast on Spotify, iTunes, and Google Podcasts. Search Wild Wild Weiss. If you want to check out our written work, head on over to wildwildweiss.wordpress.com. Follow us on Wild Wild Weiss on Twitter, or check out the Calgary Weiss Schwartz community on Facebook or Discord. And you know what? I think I might as well just say, if you want to come check us out every Thursday for some streaming action. We're probably going to be continuing to do this weekly. So if you want to see what we come up with every week, last week we did a discussion format on the ban list in Japan and new sets that came out. This week it was a deck tech for Neo Standard. Who knows? Next week we might play some Standard. Follow us on YouTube, and we'll be going live, I like to do around 7 p.m. So that's me just kind of throwing the stake down. We're doing this. All right. So until next time, this has been Igor Squatslove.
This has been Platplat.
And I hope to see y'all later.